As much as we get in, when we get into this week's show on Wednesday, and I'm going to have things to say about some of the songs and what comes up. So, ladies and gentlemen, let that just be a teaser to tune in so you can get really mad if you're a fan of Five Finger Death Punch.
Speaking of getting really mad, this next one comes from the new album, And Justice for None. We always like to do whatever the new video is. And, of course, this is Jesse's favorite track off the new album.
Oh, no. I'm going to have to refrain and retain or restrain.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
All right. So are you ready to feel the pain?
Yeah, sure.
You ready to face the pain?
I can't. Hopefully this video, let's just put it this way. I really hope that this video sheds some light as to some of the questions that I have about this song, because I have a lot of questions. So let's rock and roll.
All right, here we go. Let's do this. This is the latest single, the latest video from And Justice for None. This is Champagne spelled terribly. And here we have the beginning of the Infinity War.
Oh, no. Pantera's going to show up in an almond pretty quickly. Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Really? How American is this?
Yeah, we're not.
In a trailer, we're grilling, and there's a flag in the background, and he's drinking a Monster Energy drink. This is already my favorite video ever.
Yeah, now we got some meat here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, they're not happy with their lot life in this video.
What is going on?
Nice.
So the cops show up and they start to play PS4. It looked like an MMA game, I think. Maybe it was Mortal Kombat.
I was telling somebody I work with.
Is that no, wait a second. This is a Fred Durst slam, dude. He's got the red cap, and he looks like Fred Durst. I'm just putting that out there.
But here's the thing, like, you're my lyrics guy. Do you not hear what he's saying? It's plain as day.
I do. Here's my thing. He says champagne. So I didn't know if he was actually talking about himself in this song and what he had been going through. Okay.
I absolutely feel like this is one of those like Nirvana, Kurt Cobain moments where the band is kind of, it's just like we're gotten so popular. I mean, he talked about being spread really thin before, and he's like, and just the bullshit of the music industry in 2018. I feel like that's what he's talking about.
I felt like what confuses me here is like he's saying, hey, it's all champagne. Sham spelled S-H-A-M, like it's fake, right? Like it's fake. So is he trying to say, because the misconception here for me is the fact that, like, okay, is he saying that everything that he sings about and the frustrations that he has are completely fake?
No, he's saying, like, a lot of what you go through in the music industry is a bunch of horse shit.
It's champagne. Okay, all right. Okay, I'm sorry if me comparing the lead singer of Five Finger Death Punch to Fred Durst made anybody mad. But
all champagne. There's a dancing taco.
I like this song, by the way. It's
a great song.
Yeah, I think it's a good song. What are these guys who just
dancing in the desert in front of a taco truck?
All right, my man. You ever running into those taco trucks out there in the middle of the desert with the hot women there in front of them? I imagine they're few and far between.
I've run into one of those things. Not all of them collectively.
Something, I don't know, but
institution.
Okay, there we go. Now these guys actually look like the Five Finger Death Punch I expected.
But again, I think that was very much making fun of the music industry and what a band has to go through, because I think there's the authenticity of a band, then there's what the label wants you to look like in order to sell more records, in order to get, sponsorships, in order to make more money, essentially.
Well, like I said, what I took from it was that, he says he's living the good life. But it's all champagne. So I was like, oh, wait a second. Is he saying that, he has all this stuff that is out there? Because you listen to the lyrics and to some of the all of this album that we're going to be listening to, he is bitching about somebody or something. And there's no way. I get confused because I'm like, okay, with this song, it's saying it's all champagne. I'm almost like, okay, are you saying it's a ruse? Are you saying it's all fake? I
want to read this comment to you.
Okay.
Gee, these poor guys having to put up with being rich and famous. We paid $800 for 2 backstage passes, and Ivan was too drunk to even come out and meet his fans. Yep. The other guys were cool, but Ivan needs a reality check. He knows, laugh out loud, half of their songs are about his problems. He's trying, but I guess not hard enough. He's in a reality check. The band kicked him out, and he went to rehab. He's been in recovery since, and he's on his last chance. He doesn't need anything but support now. That's total BS, completely inexcusable, and they should have given you all your money back. Dude has a drinking problem. Stop being so insensitive towards his allowance.
I'm telling you.
This went off in a direction I hadn't expected.
Well, I'm telling you that most of what you hear him sing about in this album is he's upset about somebody or how he's being treated, and that's all very personal and all very I understand. But when you listen to this song, he's just like, you know what, you all can go screw yourself. I got to get up in the morning and meet every fan. Oh well, geez, I'm sorry that you got into this business and became a metal, the front man for a metal band that has become extremely successful. That's horrible. I'm so sorry you got to put this HD video out on Vivo here, having a good time, dancing in front of some chick with beer can curlers. It's I don't know, man. Is
he not entitled to be aggravated at
he's entitled to do it all the time. Success? He can be. Is he not entitled to be aggravated at his success?
At the downside of his success. Okay.
Well, I understand. And money is not always the answer. And that's probably another aspect. We could sit here and say he's extremely successful. I'm sure he's got a huge house and, he could probably pick up any babe that he ever wants, but that may not be the key to happiness. And clearly that shows in a lot of his songwriting and specifically this song. So you're right, Mark. He's entitled to it. But I'll tell you right now, there's going to be, for every one of this guy, there's 20 fans, 30 fans that are sitting here listening to his song and are struggling to make rent that are going, you know what, motherfucker, you have it good. Trust you me. You need to wake up and realize that you're in a good position. And that's why you hear something like this that's put out there, somebody complaining about the position that they're in. A lot of people are just going to be like, well, you know what? Fuck you, man. But just like our commenter there. Go ahead.
I feel like I've complained about this sort of thing with other bands, and I don't know why it doesn't bother me with this one. But I as I'm sitting here and I'm like, I don't know about this, and like ready to criticize you for criticizing him, it suddenly occurs to me that I've been critical of people who complain about their success. For all of us people who are struggling, day to day and live check to check, and sometimes don't make our bills and have to figure out how to make ends meet.
Yeah.
For one reason or another. For him, for him to complain about people basically throwing money at him for singing and dancing, I feel like I've complained about that before with other people who have, because that's the thing. I think if I have one complaint about this, is that this is not entirely original. You know what I mean? Like, I've heard other people in the music industry complain about the music industry. And a lot of the same complaints. I mean, he's not saying anything I haven't heard before, and maybe that's why it's not bothering me. Here we go, another one who has had wild and crazy success in the music industry who now hates his life. Again, Kurt Cobain very famously quit Nirvana and then was murdered because he couldn't stand the music industry anymore. He couldn't stand being basically a pop band. Nirvana started out as an underground punk band in Seattle and became a pop culture phenomenon. And all that went with it really bothered him.
Yeah, there's growing pains there that were, when you immediately shoot up into fame like that, and I'm sure they put their work in, but they got famous pretty quickly. It's tough to try and, adjust number one. But these guys have had a while to do that. I mean, we just watched a video from 2007, so we're 11 years in, and he's still upset about stuff. You know, talking to you about this, I do see where you're coming from in regards to the title, because when I look at the title, I thought it was more about his personal take, and I looked at it pretty literally. Champagne, fake pain is what I thought of. But no, what you're saying makes sense. Like, it's the business that's the sham. It's the business that's all pomp and circumstance, and he's feeling the pains from that.
I'm in pain because of this industry. Tune in this Wednesday at 9:00. Actually, there's nothing to tune into. Look for our.
We used to be live, folks. It's only been 4 months, I think, since we've done Spreaker, but hey.
Tune in late Wednesday night, early Thursday morning. We will have posted on Spreaker, on the Radulich and Broadcasting Network Facebook page, and on my personal YouTube page, which is just Mark Radulich. It's very creative. We'll have posted all of these Metal Hammer. We'll have posted our Metal Hammer of Doom review of Five Finger Death Punch and Justice for None. That's what's going on.
All right, very good. Well, for Mark Radulich, I'm Jesse Starcher. That's been the Metal Hammer of Doom Extra. See ya Wednesday.